In life, it takes discipline to get what you want. Great quote by Abraham Lincoln. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. You cannot say, while I'm here in my life, I want to get there, and then just go lackadaisical or go half effort or put in half energy. It won't get you there. Being told no, being rejected, it's temporary. It's not permanent. You have to become that person that can thrive in any situation. I always visualize what I wanted the game to turn out like and come to fruition every time before stepping on the football field. It's called mastering the art of visualization. Meditation will allow you to get focused, realign, and push out any negative thoughts. We have to always keep ourselves being humble and being appreciative.
Marcus, how did you cultivate resilience throughout your career? And what advice would you give to salespeople from bouncing back from missed quotas or lost deals?
Nothing in life is permanent.
You are listening to the Best Sellers podcast presented by Doug Dvorak, where the focus is elevating your sales boom. The Best Sellers podcast, your ultimate destination for winning sales strategies.
Good day, Bestseller Podcast Nation. Hi, I'm Doug Dvorak, founder and managing principal of the Sales Coaching Institute. It's a high honor and privilege to introduce my first guest, Marcus Ogden, a storied NFL professional center and tackle who played with a variety of NFL teams, the Titans, the Jaguars, and now has, since he retired from professional football, he's a serial entrepreneur, has started his own coaching and a keynote speaking practice. Marcus, high honor and privilege to welcome you to the Best Sellers podcast.
How you doing, Doug? Thanks for having me on, my friend.
My pleasure. So we're going to talk about mental toughness from your perspective. In college, you went to Howard University. You were a star player there. You were inducted into their Hall of Fame as an athlete. Can you share with our listeners, how did you develop your mental toughness during your NFL career, and how can sales professionals apply similar techniques?
Great question, Doug. So playing at Howard in the National Football League, we learned how to focus on the task at hand. And when you are in business, there are a lot of things going on. This opportunity, that job, this job, but you can't do that and this all at once. It's not possible. So you have to learn to focus on the task at hand. Sometimes in life, we get so concerned about so many things that we can't even either do anything about or aren't here yet, and we don't do a good job of executing where we are in our journey. So in the NFL, right, Doug, I learned a lot about how to focus on our upcoming opponent, that game plan, where we're going to be running, audibles, calls, because we can only play one game at a time. You can't jump from preseason to playoffs to the Super Bowl. It's not possible. You have to play every game and every snap in that game, one snap, one play at a time. So I learned how to focus on that, lock in on that play that we're going to run, and then attack or execute or show action towards getting the outcome you desire. So if you're listening to this podcast, focus on what is going on in the moment, lock in on the target, and then attack and move towards it. Action is the foundation of any successful individual, and that includes people wanting to do well when it comes to the art of sales.
Great information there, Marcus. But with, in 2024, there's so many distractions. You can, politics and the economy and, other distractions day to day. What was your mental preparation or your routine like during the season? And how did that help you with your focus on the task at hand, play by play, et cetera?
So in the NFL, Mondays was always film day. Tuesday was our off day. Wednesday was us preparing for the upcoming opponent with pads. Thursday, same type of approach with pads. Friday was more of a relaxed day. We were still working on our game plan, but like helmets and shells or just helmets. Then Saturday was our walkthrough. If we were at home, we would walk through. It'd be at the hotel by 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. If it was on the road, we have a walkthrough, just our hats, jerseys, then be at the airport, then flying out to the game, and then play the game on Sunday, or today it's like you could play on Thursdays, Saturdays, Mondays, nuts today. But that's how it was, especially maybe Sunday and Monday night, and an occasional Thursday night football. But again, it was a structure. Same has to apply in your life. Get into a structure, into a routine. Perfect example, Doug. I work out 5 days a week, 4 heavy, 1 auxiliary. Today it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh, I don't want to get up. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I've got work. Oh, I tried to talk myself out of it. I'm like, no matter what you say to yourself, Marcus, you're still getting up at 5:30, going to the gym, doing your mile, doing your legs, and stop fooling yourself, right? That's who I am. That's the discipline, right, Doug? In life, it takes discipline to get what you want. Great quote by Abraham Lincoln. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. You cannot say, well, I'm here in my life, I want to get there, and then just go lackadaisical or go half effort or put in half energy. It won't get you there. So again, in football, if we had days off, like yesterday, right, Doug? Sunday, it's one of my off days. My daughter's with me. I'm divorced recently. We did stuff around the house, played some games, had a good time, ordered dinner. I had to train a couple of kids in high school. That was my off day. I said, there's no way, big boy, you got off yesterday, not going to go do your job today in the gym and get your day going to get off on the right foot. So again, right, Doug, it's the discipline that's going to move you from where you are to where you want to be.
Excellent, Marcus. Thank you. Marcus, how did you handle setbacks or losses, and what advice would you give to salespeople who are dealing with an immense amount of rejection?
You're not going to win everything you go after. It's not going to happen. And also, Doug, being told no, being rejected, it's temporary. It's not permanent. That's what people have to understand. To get where you want in life, you have to become that person that can thrive in any situation. Doesn't matter, right, Doug? I've had clients that are supposed to sign on. Didn't happen that day. Didn't even become my client, right? They used to get me down or, oh man, I went through all that work and now they're not a client. Happens, right? I got a client right now supposed to pay me sometime today. If they pay me, great. If they don't, oh well, keep moving. It's right, Doug. I just got an email from somebody right as I'm talking to you on my laptop. Oh, Marcus, payment will be to you by this week. Sorry for the delay. We couldn't get it into the system fast enough to get you paid last Friday. You'll have it this Friday. Check, boom, off to the next, right? You have to become that person, right, Doug, that understands life is not going to give you what you want every single time. Not going to happen, right? So you have to understand at the end of the day, you have to become the person that can withstand anything. And when you have that disposition, right, Doug, everything else will take care of itself.
Awesome. Awesome. Marcus, can you describe a specific visualization technique you use before games, and how might this apply to sales professionals before important meetings or working on a close plan for on a big deal?
I always visualize what I wanted the game to turn out like and come to fruition every time before stepping on the football field. It's called mastering the art of visualization. And I do that now daily in my life. When I wake up, get myself in the gym done, get my shower, take 5 minutes to visualize what I want the outcome of the day to be like. Will it always align to what happens in reality? Of course not. But it's all about how you prep yourself, how you focus, what you think when you think about yourself. Are you talking good about yourself? Are you saying, yes, I'm going to get this deal closed today. I'm a champion. I'm good at what I do, so on and so forth. Or are you going to be the individual that's always talking negative about yourself? Great quote by Bruce Lee. Don't tell your mind negative thoughts in a joking manner because your body can't dissimulate the difference. And I tell people, what you think about yourself builds your self-confidence. What others think about you should build your book of business. But if you don't believe in you, right? If you can't visualize greatness, fulfillment, things working out, then you're not going to get there. Short story, right, Doug? I'm recently divorced. It got finalized less than a year ago, right? I was living in an apartment November 1st, 2022 until May 15, 2023. And once I got out of my own way, right, Doug? Once I stopped feeling sorry for myself and I didn't have my daughters with me on Thanksgiving and Christmas was split and all this stuff, right, Doug? Once I got by that and I got back to being my biggest cheerleader to keep moving myself forward, right, Doug? I visualized what I wanted for myself, a new home. Did I know where, what it looked like? Nope. But I knew I wanted something for my daughter, and both my daughters, my 10-year-old and my 9-year-old at the time specifically, who was with me half the time to grow up in a better environment where I was. And I visualized a home. And Doug, 4 months later, I bought it. Awesome. I bought it by myself after a divorce in a hard economy, all these things.
Awesome. Marcus, how did you balance short-term preparation with long-term career goals? And how can salespeople strike a similar balance?
Create for yourself short-term goals that are going to move you towards achieving the long-term goal, okay? Short-term goals need to align with long-term goals. You have tactical steps, which are the short-term goals, and strategic vision, which I call the long-term goals. Keep moving, right? You get something done today? Yes, celebrate. Does it align with long-term? Yes, great. Keep it moving, right? But again, be sure, right, Doug, your short-term goals are aligned with your long-term goals. When you have that, everything else moves together. But if your short-term goals don't align with your long-term goals, then it doesn't matter.
Excellent. Can you share an example of how teamwork in the NFL translated to success on the field, and how can sales teams apply some of your principles?
So I'll put it like this. I'm a huge studier of the NFL now. All you want to do, if you want to see that, look at the Kansas City Chiefs. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Chris Jones on defense. Staple piece players, right? What do? They have a culture of openness and innovation and strategy and execution. It is pretty much the team, it gets flip-flop all around, other than those staple pieces. Jones, Mahomes, Kelce on that team, right? I saw they bringing back Juju Schuster to the Chiefs, right? It doesn't matter. Great leadership understands that a culture is going to build anything, right? It's everything. What's the old saying? Culture eats strategy for lunch. If you want to be great in life and in business, get people around you that feel the same type of alignment that you do, that you're working towards, that you want for your business, for your life, so on and so forth. All right? That's what it comes down to. So again, if you really are trying to figure that out, go and study the Kansas City Chiefs and what they've been doing under Andy Reid, and how they're the first team to really be going for a potential three-peat. The Patriots won 7, which is amazing. But this will be the first time a single quarterback, same tight end, same head coach, goes for a three-peat. You know what? As long as they have those three people, and then I'll even throw in Chris Jones because he helps run that defense. You have those four people, you can never count the Chiefs out.
I agree. Marcus, what role did film study and opponent analysis play in your preparation, and how can salespeople apply this to researching prospects and competitors?
It's everything. It gives you the advantage. Film study, we have a whole day for that, Doug. Mondays after the game, film study. Upcoming opponent, film study. You need to understand, we call that competitive market analysis. We call it scenario planning, to be able to understand what you do better than the competition, what they do, and how to have a plan in place to move and be proactive and take care of your business while doing your business. Same thing, Doug, in business, in sales. We're looking for a prospect, research them. Who is their client base? What are they hungry for? How can you help solve their problem? What does it look like? What's the functionality? Where are you coming in to solve the problem that they have, right? What does that look like? Where does that come from? So again, it's all about understanding people, your client base, your competition. What do you know you do better than the competition, right? Having that information ready and available in a sales call or a sales meeting will only elevate you past the competition. But somebody asks you, what do you do better than company X, Y, or Z? And you say, well, I don't know. I'm just, we're us. They're like, well, thank you very much. You've been awesome. Have a nice day. Don't call us. We'll call you, which means they're not calling you, right? Understand what you, like us with speaking. I know Inky Johnson, great guy. I know if you want something around a little bit more of a theme around like the overcoming through sports and things happening there, that's more your guy. If you want things around like mindset and overcoming in business and failure and losing all my money and having to start over and bankruptcy and home foreclosed on, cars repossessed, that's me. But I know that. Yeah, I know if you want a yeller, a screamer, and a great guy with a ton of energy on stage, that's Eric Hip Hop Thomas, right? The doctor, Eric the hip hop preacher. You want something more like, I've got some energy, but I mean, I'm 6'6". I can't be yelling all the time to people. That's going to scare people, right, Doug? So understanding, I know who I am on stage, but I also know who people are that people might want to hire are as well. That way, I position myself in the best way to do what's best for me, for our clients, and for our brand in general.
Awesome. Marcus, how did you cultivate resilience throughout your career, and what advice would you give to salespeople from bouncing back from missed quotas or lost deals?
Nothing in life is permanent. We have every ability to get back things that didn't go well. But you have to be a person with an unbreakable mindset that remembers that when times get hard, right? How to create a success mindset and thrive in times of uncertainty. I have a keynote around that because I lost everything in business in 2013. Moved to Raleigh, had to start completely over. No money, no friends, no resource. I didn't know a soul when I got to Raleigh in 2013, not one person. Now I have friends, a brand, all these things, great teamers, you name it. But again, it took time. Time is the biggest asset that we have in trying to move on. Again, it's temporary, pain, loss, rejection, lost jobs. Don't let a temporary thing live permanently in your mind.
Great advice. What strategies did you use to stay calm and focused during chaotic moments in games? And how can salespeople remain composed in high-stress sales situations?
Meditate. Meditation will allow you to get focused, realign, and push out any negative thoughts. We have to always keep ourselves balanced and keep ourselves in a position of being humble, wanting to move forward, and being appreciative, and not angry, all those type of things, right? It's so important.
Excellent advice. My guest has been Marcus Ogden, a former NFL player, Howard University Athletic Hall of Fame. Marcus, if our listeners and viewers want to get a hold of you, why don't you give us some information about how they can reach you and how you can help them in their business or entrepreneurial journey?
They can go to our app if you have an Android phone or an Apple phone, go to your app store, type in Marcus Ogden, MarquesOgden, pops right on up. You can go to our website, www.marcusogden.com. You can shoot me an email, marcus@marcusogden.com. Just connect with us. Reach out to us. We are here to help you. We are here if you want to looking for a keynote speaker, business coaching, corporate consulting, for someone to help you to be a brand ambassador. Want to talk about coming on to our podcast. We booked Doug on our podcast later this year. Reach out to us. We're all about authentic conversations, hence our podcast called Get Authentic with Marcus Ogden. Again, there's no mistakes. As Ross says, it's only happy accidents. It's all about in life just doing your best. Nobody is perfect. Keep moving forward no matter what. You can always win in your journey.
Great. Well, thank you, Marcus. And the Best Sellers Podcast Nation, check us out at salescoach.us/podcast. Have a great day. Good luck and carpe diem. If you made it all the way here, thank you for listening to the Best Sellers Podcast, your ultimate destination for winning sales strategy. We hope you loved this episode. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on your favorite podcast platform to never miss an episode. See you on the next one.